Welcome back to EMT Mood. Today I'm here with...
I'm paying AJ.
Today we're reacting to 3 disturbing horror stories animated. I hope you guys are doing well. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
Horror story animated.
Hello, my name is Kian Redhead. I want to tell you a story about something my foster brother Simon experienced a few years ago. I call him my brother because my sister and I were in foster care, and he was my sister's foster brother. This happened about 3 or 4 years ago, when Simon was around 8 or 9, and I was 11. Simon, though somewhat fun, could also be a bit annoying. The rest of us playing were my sister Kiana, who was 10, and our older foster brother Gage, who was also 10. It was a weekend night near spring or summer in York Landing, Manitoba, in Canada. A very small reserve where we all lived. It was late, about 10 p.m., and it was raining. We decided to play manhunt. We all picked Simon to be it, and he gave us 30 seconds to run and hide. Since we all lived on a reserve, we had practically a whole forest, or a very large backyard, to hide in. I went to the backyard, heading close to the sandy pit where they kept gravel for construction. The rain had made the sand muddy. I went toward the bushes to hide, and Kiana was with me. Simon's perspective. Simon started searching and went down the trail that leads to the sandy pit. He took a left and started walking up the neighbor's path to loop back toward the houses. Then, he thought he saw me and Kiana walking together. He smiled and began following the figures, even though Kiana and I were already hidden. Simon stopped and dropped to the ground when one of the figures looked back at him, then took a sharp right into a forestry trail. He thought he heard us calling his name, so he backed away and went toward the house. My perspective.
Simon's on drugs or something, bro. What is he talking about? He thought he was walking with them, and then
when you going around, turn around, then he's hiding, and then what do you mean he hears you guys calling? Like, what is he on?
It seems like Simon's on some drugs or something. Definitely lost. I don't even know like how he ended up in this position because this shit just took off.
Yeah, 360. What the hell?
That shit was going on, bro. That shit lost me.
We hadn't heard from Simon, and no one had screamed. So Kiana and I went back to the house. Everyone was there, except Simon. After about 2 minutes of waiting, we all started to call out for him. We headed toward the neighbor's yard and found him walking toward us, crying. We hugged him and asked him what happened. He told us everything. We went and told the adults, but they didn't believe us. Simon said that he heard us call his name, and that's when he ducked to the ground and hid. He said the figure looked back when it heard us calling. I don't live there anymore, but Simon and Gage still do. Sometimes Kiana and I talk about it, and it gives me chills thinking about it. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if Simon had followed that figure into the trail. I think it could have been a skinwalker pretending to be me and Kiana to lure him away.
Bro.
Eating up, dun, 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 dun.
What do you think about that story?
It was tweaking. The whole story was tweaking. He was kind of tweaking. I'm not really sure what was going on. To be honest, the video just took off. The story was just gone. I don't even know when it started, when it ended, what was going on. He was distraught. What was the horror about it? Like, I guess in real life, if you see 2 figures, you follow them and then hear them calling you. Like, you're not just following them and then you duck. But then he didn't see that it changed when he turned? Or is that, like, the illustration? Like, you know what I'm saying? Too much.
Nah, he knew what he saw. He just couldn't tell what it is, bro. What are you doing? Oh, what? Okay. Alright, on to the next one. Oh, it's the same shit. So, this is showing us where...
Oh, this is showing us the forest and stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
how it happened, where it happened.
Okay, the thing. They were hiding. Oh, yeah, they were hiding a good amount away. So I don't know how. Yeah, Simon's tweaking.
Simon's tweaking. So fuck.
What? The show was all
story
like, gosh knows when. Like, how far did
This story happened during a camping trip in the fall of 2019. At the time, I was attending college in Portland, and I decided to head south with my friend Jason for the weekend. I followed Jason's lead, and when we arrived at the campground, it was incredibly quiet, secluded, and there wasn't a lot of traffic. As I was pitching my tent, I noticed a sign attached to a tree. It said, "Private property, no trespassing." And underneath it was written, "Violators will be," and the rest of the text was erased. And below that, someone had spray painted the word "die" in red. Jason!
Bro, you think if I see that shit, I'ma still go through there?
I know.
Probably.
Oh, I wouldn't.
I would. It just depends on what I'm going there for. Like, they're camping. Fuck. Camping is crazy. Saying dying, I'm gone. I'm not gonna lie. Fuck that shit.
Not camp there. Oopsies. Sorry, I'm not sorry. I like
Look
to
at this.
adhere to
That's
signs.
funny.
Thank you very much.
I told Jason, laughing. Jason's face hardened when he saw the sign. He told me that we might have to move camp somewhere else, but I told him we would be fine. So we made a fire and joked around until we fell asleep. Sometime later, I woke up in the middle of the night to a rustling sound outside the tent. I immediately knew it was someone walking, stepping on branches. I woke Jason. He heard it too, and his expression turned terrified. He whispered,
Bro, why is he bitching now? He was on all that shit from earlier. He was like,
You're
yeah,
like,
yeah,
we're
no, it's
cool.
whatever, yeah.
Forgot the trespassing.
Nah,
now he's
bro.
like, yo, Jason, we cool.
Because if I was Jason, I'd be pissed. Because I would have been like, bro, I told you. Like,
See, yeah.
what are you going to do?
And
Like,
then,
hold this
like-
machete. You go out there. I'm going to watch you. I'm going to record you. Because you said this shit was going to be sweet. What the fuck?
It's a horror movie. You guys are both
Bro,
dead.
if I was Jason, I'm letting him go. I'm letting him go outside,
It's a horror
bro.
movie. You guys are both dead.
I don't think so.
If it was a horror movie,
I don't think I'd die in a horror movie. We're in real life.
maybe. We'll see about that.
It depends on... We'll see what this guy does, though. Fuck. Like,
"What should we do?" At that moment, the tent zipper suddenly unzipped and someone poked their head inside. It was a man. He slowly smiled, a creepy, unsettling smile.
Oh my
His
god.
face was filthy, as if he hadn't washed in months. I could see his red eyes and rotted black teeth, but he didn't look like a simple homeless person. His face radiated an inexplicable, murderous aura. Then he said to us, "Haven't you seen the sign?" He put his hand into the tent, holding what looked like a large piece of bone. It looked like the bone of a large animal, long, sharp, and jagged, as if it had been deliberately ground into a
Did Jason
point.
die today?
With Jason's thunderous scream, I instinctively shoved the man's face away. He stumbled backward, and I bolted out of the tent like a bullet. He was swinging the bone at me, and I kicked him hard and yelled
see,
at
at least
Jason to
he's
start the
standing
car. Jason ran over, jumped in, and started it. I sprinted toward him, dove into the passenger seat, and we tore out of there. We left our tent and belongings behind and just kept driving. A few days later, when we returned, we were horrified. Our tent was covered in red spray paint with the word "die," and inside were two horribly mutilated animal carcasses. We couldn't even tell what kind of animals they were. We ran like crazy and never went back. Who on earth was that man? The terror of that night still haunts me.
That is
bro,
horrific.
yeah. See? That's the way to go out, bro.
See?
I don't
Adhere to
even-
signs, especially in the wilderness.
Facts. But like me, I would even put myself in that position, like, cause I don't even like going camping like that. So I know I wouldn't really be in that position. You get what I'm saying?
Glamping only.
But for all you campers out there, like, yeah, camping's fun here and there, but like,
If you know what you're doing, you know where you're going. You're not going in uncharted territory.
bro, you better go with a man like. Nah, I wouldn't even say a man. Actually, go with a man like Jason, because Jason will know when to switch up and not go and do certain stupid
Jason
shit
will
with you.
say, nah, screw this, let's go.
Yeah, go with a no man.
Listen
Not
to
a yes
Jason.
man. Go with a no man. Someone that knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because
Some
you
people
end up
always
like
say
this.
no to danger and be cautious.
Yeah, real
Choose
shit.
that person when camping.
All right, yo. That was story number 2. Let's get to number 3.
Last story.
Maybe my story isn't really scary, but it was traumatic for a 9-year-old at the time. It was during the 2020 lockdown. We went on vacation since it was summer. My parents, me, my 2 older cousins, my aunt, her husband, and her 2 kids all went together. There were many of us. We stayed at a big resort. The resort looked like a 2 to 3 story high gray house. We got one big room that was enough for all of us. It had 2 or 3 bunk beds and one big bed for 2 or 3 people. And the first day was fine. The second night, someone began knocking on the door. My dad and my aunt's husband woke up first, then the rest of us started waking up one by one. We had already locked our door before going to sleep, so at first we didn't worry. But my aunt's husband bent down and looked under the door. There was a little space under it, so he checked. The knocking continued, but there was no shadow, no legs, nothing. We were scared, but it was late, and I fell asleep quickly.
Yeah, but
The next
hold
night,
on.
the knocking.
No, he's hearing knocking. He looked under the door, but he sees light, but he doesn't see a shadow.
No feet, no legs, no shadow. Yeah.
But there's
and they
light.
They all said they're scared. Yeah, that means there's no one. Like, you know, that means Duffy, obviously.
Duh, but I'm just saying though, like, man, he's tweaking, bro. At that point, you should have just got out of there. What do you mean you checked in? There's lights on you. You didn't do it. Like, bro, get out of there, man. Get out of there. Get out of there. Bro.
That's the point. That's what they're trying to say.
No, he's saying it too slowly. He should just be like, all right, yo, we're not welcomed here, guys. Let's go. That's what he should have said. Not stand up like shit sweet, bro. Let's see what this
No,
guy
Came
They
again.
were all
When I
scared.
woke up,
You know,
my mom, dad, aunt, and her husband were already awake because of the noise. The knocking stopped for a second, and then something tried the doorknob, like it was trying to get inside. It was locked, and whatever was out there seemed to get angry. We were terrified, and then it stopped. A few minutes later, we heard stomping, loud stomping, like something big was walking right outside. Oh, and I almost forgot. My dad checked under the door again. Still no shadow, still no legs. After the noises faded, my dad stepped outside to check. My aunt's husband stayed inside, watching the space under the door to see if he would see my dad's legs or shadow from the hallway. His face changed instantly. He looked terrified because he saw my dad's legs and shadow clearly. Then my dad came back inside, and we were all still scared. The next day, we packed up and left. My mom and aunt asked a worker if maybe there had been a drunk guest wandering around. But he told them, "Oh, the other customers were all gone. Their dates expired. The only customers here were you." We were shocked. Since then, I've wondered, did someone try to break into that room and hide their legs so they couldn't be seen? Or was it something else that knocked on that door?
Well, I think I give you the answer to that question. What do you think about
What's
the guy
the answer?
at the front desk?
What's the
I think the guy at the front desk, I think he's the one that was possessed doing this shit. Because the way he responded to them talking about,
You guys were the
You
only
only
ones
here, like,
and
nigga.
The rest have checked out.
yeah, bro, like I look at him funny because he said it weird and he sounds weird looking at me saying that shit. So I would have thought automatically he's a culprit.
Suspicious.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So
But
which one?
unless it's a Duffy. That's the only other thing.
No,
I can
he
think
is
of.
a duppy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like he's running his own
Ghost
hotel.
hotel.
Yeah, ghost hotel. That's all he's doing. He's making big bucks for this shit.
Big book.
You got to get it somehow.
You name it.
So which one was your favorite?
Probably the woods one because I was tweaking. Then when you actually look at the maps, I was really like tweaking. Or the one right before this. That one was actually.
Yeah, the camp. I feel like the
Yeah,
camping
the
was the
camping
best
one,
one.
yeah. Because
Short lived, but
what do you
yeah.
mean sharpened bone? Like a giant, like sharpened bone from a big animal, like probably like a femur bone
I'm just.
of an animal.
But that guy was the villain for that one, or that guy with the knife or bone.
Didn't you read the sign? Me at work when I'm cleaning anything or the washrooms on the ground and I put the signs up and people like are assholes like,
Still going in
didn't
there.
you read the sign? Like, oh,
But I'm just saying he was kind of shit because he really let them both go. I feel like he could have got at least one body.
stab
night.
something.
He went in the tent with the bone.
Yeah,
and
like
he did not
was
touch
the
no
aggressor
one.
and he didn't like. Was he there to scare them? Like,
Well,
does he like to torture them? Like, did he mess up? Like, did
well
this
clearly
go
he likes to
wrong?
dismember like animals and shit. So I don't know.
Gosh.
I don't know, but I feel like he could have been a better villain, to be honest.
Better villain.
Could've.
Already was. Yep.
Well,
So,
that was the video, guys.
That
Just
was
let
not
us
too
know what you
shabby.
think about it.
but yeah, I'm noticing some of the horror movies have been getting a little short. Like, you know, so we're trying our best. We'll find some longer ones.
Will you? Will you really?
Yes, sir.
That's entirely up to those animators out
Yeah,
there.
to be honest. But yeah, so far so good. Let us know if you want us to watch anything else, other themes, other things to do. You name it, and we there.
ENT Mood.
Up your nose, we out. AJ and MP and AJ.